Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing very well. Today's July the 11th. It's a Tuesday, and it is very beautiful today. It's about 34 degrees here, and you actually get used to the heat really quickly. I don't have air conditioning until a little bit later this week. So I've been going about 9 days now with no air conditioning, getting very comfortable in 34 degrees. I hope that you're all enjoying your summer regardless of where you are in the world. And if you have beautiful weather during this slow season right now, it's a really good time to be relaxing and just enjoying the weather and taking some time off, because the market isn't exactly where I would like it to be right now. But we got to understand that, guys, the market is going to oscillate up and down. There's going to be periods of massive growth in the market, massive movement, massive volatility. And then there's going to be other times where it's either sideways or corrective, or it's consolidating. It's a slower period, and not a lot of coins have been moving for a very long time now. So Bitcoin has been trending sideways for about 20 days now in a 6.5% range. And whenever Bitcoin does something like this, most of the market will do the exact same thing as Bitcoin. We call this a positive correlation. So during a positive correlation, most coins will follow BTC. But there's always that exception to some coins that will be moving against what Bitcoin is doing. So the occasional times Bitcoin's doing nothing at all, or it's sideways, and then most coins are following it, but there's going to be that one or two coins that are moving against Bitcoin. It's either dropping a lot or it's going to the upside. So during a slow period like this, those are the coins that we want to be chasing. And in my opinion, you got to have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy that's in place that you plan to use in this bull market, or even during a slower period, like a shorting strategy, for example, it's going to be really difficult for you to capitalize on movements and especially take advantage of the bull market that will come. Now's a really good time to be studying, to be developing strategies, and a lot of people picked up my ultimate bull market strategy guide, which is now all sold out until I get back to Istanbul in October. I only brought a few with me here to Bodrum. We're really enjoying our summer house. So a lot of people have asked me, like, hey Philakone, why don't you modify your strategy? Why don't you change it up so you can catch some of these slower movements in the market right now? Why don't you just, change it slightly so you're not always using your normal strategies that you would use in a bull market, just so you can make some sort of money right now? Okay, that's a really good question. And my answer to that is, well, first of all, in a bull market, the money that you make in like a month is going to be equal to like hustling every single day for like a year in a bear market. One day of trading in the bull market, I remember the average profit of mine in 2021 when I was trading $1.5 million positions was anywhere from like $10,000 to like $50,000. It was substantial, the profits on one single good trade. If you think of like a $1 million position and you're up 2%, that's $20,000 that you're up very quickly. And that happens quite often. Now in a bear market or a sideways market, think of how difficult it is to catch that type of volatility or to catch the perfect trade. It's going to be really difficult. So I'd rather invest a lot of my time to perhaps relaxing right now and just taking it easy, and also back testing, staying caught up to crypto news, staying caught up to fundamental news, and then just make sure that my strategies are constantly working. Like, I'm gonna back test a lot, so when the bull market does come, it's not gonna be like a surprise. Imagine if like your professor in college or university just gave you like a final exam surprise. Well, it'd be pretty disheartening because you didn't have a lot of time to study for it. And that's what right now, you've got a lot of miniature tests, time to study, lots of homework. So it's gonna lead up to that final exam, which is pretty much the bull market that will be here. I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin long term, of course. In quarter four, October, November, December, leading up to the halving in April, the 4th months of next year, I think it's going to be incredibly bullish, especially with the BlackRock ETF news, where they refiled for approval again, well, to see if they would get approved with a partnership with Coinbase. So this is pretty big news. If it does get approved, you can expect institutional money to pour into crypto overnight. And I've been in crypto for now since 2015. So it's 8 years. I've seen 2 major bull markets, 2 major bear markets, and what I've been preaching about the most is how regulation will shape the adoption of cryptocurrency when it comes to institutions. And that time is almost around the corner. Bitcoin has been around for 14 years now. It's time for you to take it really seriously, because I shit you not, the amount of millionaires minted in 2017, in 2021, it was wild. And the same thing is gonna happen again in this upcoming bull market. I still believe that the bull market will be cyclical in terms of every 4 years. So right now in 2023, we are equivalent to the year of 2019, where it started to rally a little bit. And I still believe that we're gonna be much higher than $30,000 by the end of this year. 2024 is going to be equivalent to the 2020 year, and that year was a year where we just kept steadily going up. And we've all seen from January to April in 2021 where Bitcoin went from pretty much 20,000 to like $69,000, and then we dipped down to like the $30,000 ranges right now where we're at. And then in July, from like basically August, September, October, November, so another 4-month cycle, we went 4 months bull, 3 months bear correction, and then another 4 months bull, all the way to November 17th. And then we got a major high again, double top at 69K. So during that time, if you think of coins like Phil or Bell or Axis, right, or Gala or Sol, those coins, they did some crazy stuff, and they all did like thousands of percents of gains. So will there be new coins in this 2023 bull market? Or sorry, 2025 bull market? That's my prediction. Is it gonna do something similar where a lot of coins are gonna do thousands of percents? Yeah, absolutely. So right now it's just not a time to trade. The market absolutely sucks, and I'm just making sure that we're recording. So the market sucks right now, and if you think of a bull market where there's gonna be like 20 coins that have all moved 20% that day, of those 20 coins, do you believe that there's going to be a high chance of us perhaps catching a coin to trade of those 20 coins? Yeah, probably. Of those 20 coins, some coins will probably have a really good setup. Maybe some of them will have made a good dip or a good pattern or an Elliott wave count, or is reaching a chandelier exit indicator support, or reaching an EMA support as well. So in a bull market, dips, you would buy on it. Right now, there's so much uncertainty in the market for a sideways correction that buying on a dip is just gambling to me. So in a bull market, when dips happen after a big rally, you can assume that there's gonna be another rally. So you can be confident in your decision to long. So in a bull market, when there's more options to trade, the chances of you being successful in a trade will also be higher. But right now, guys, if you take a look at how the market is, there's like one coin that's moving maybe 10% for each day. And because there's only one coin that's moving 10% each day, you're now forced to settle for this particular coin. And this coin, it may not have a good pattern, right? It may not be forming any type of recognizable support or resistance. It may not be reaching an EMA or a chandelier exit. The Elliott wave count might be kind of off. It might just be a crappy manipulation where someone's just buying a gigantic amount and there's like a group controlling it. It might be a pump and dump coin that a group decided to pump for that day. So because of the uncertainty of like, say 3 coins moving that day, even if 3 coins move 10% that day, you just never know. Maybe there's not going to be a chance for us to even catch one of these 3 coins because just nothing is worth the setup to actually risk. So I just want to talk to you guys about staying positive and understanding the conditions of how the market is right now. And you need to stay positive for this bull market, guys. You've now got another opportunity to perhaps change your life. And I know that cryptocurrency is here to stay. We all know why crypto was created. Bitcoin was created to fight the government, give a middle finger to fiat currency after the economic crisis in 2008, and crypto is going to be here. In the next bull market, I plan to be trading anywhere from $1 million to $2 million for day trading positions, and I plan to at least double that position size of mine by the time the bull market's got done, just from day trading alone. So I plan to bank anywhere from $2 to maybe even $4 million of day trading profit. I'm going to be here every single day, so you cannot be discouraged. You got to remember what crypto has done before and the potential. So let me just give you guys a quick breakdown of what Bitcoin is currently doing right now. Bitcoin has now trended sideways for 19 days, 16 hours. So not much is going on right now. It's a very, very crappy type of market. Bitcoin has reached this resistance that we all know about, that has formed since the beginning of January of 2021. And then it hits it here in May, June, July, and then it hits it here again. This period right there doesn't seem like much because it's on a weekly, but this right here is actually 30 full days of resistance. If you look on the weekly now, we're at 20 days, guys. 3 indecision candles that may possibly drop to the downside. If we take a look at the support side of just a basic analysis, we see that on a trend line, resistance here, we see that it's troubled around this particular range. It just can't break it. So I think there's a high probability for us to most likely dip down to 27,500, 28K, and eventually leading up to October, and then we break to the upside for Q4. And if BlackRock ETF gets approved, it might even be sooner, but I just don't think we're gonna get much lower than this trendline support that we see already. So these are my thoughts. Very bullish on Bitcoin. I see consolidation for pretty much all of July and probably August as well, unless there's massive news. I don't expect a busy summer. So then we take a look at a market scan, and you see nothing. You see absolutely nothing that has moved today. You see 3 coins, not even worth it to trade in my opinion. Comp is just super choppy to trade. I don't like to trade coins that are choppy like that, where there's Elliott waves that are indecisive. So difficult coin to trade. And then there's STMX, which only has barely over 1 million of volume. It spiked up pretty hard, and then it ended up correcting about 11%. So that's not a coin I want to trade. It's just really crappy conditions. Elliott wave count is also really difficult. So not a great coin to trade. And then there's also 1000 XCC. It moved down 6%, but it's not at a point where I want to long anything because Bitcoin is too indecisive right now. So these are my thoughts. Just want to, oh, sorry about that. The wind just closed the door. So these are my thoughts. I'm bullish Bitcoin long term. I see an ascendant triangle pattern possibly forming for Bitcoin right now in this bigger pattern that we see over here. I see BlackRock ETF possibly getting approved, more likely to get approved than not. And I see quarter 4 as very bullish. At my dollar cost averaging right now, yes, I'm still buying a crap ton of crypto. I'm making sure that I'm buying every single week anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 because there's no way I'm going to time the bottom. I know for a fact that dollar cost averaging will always win you over time. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate your support. Make sure you're hitting the like button. And if you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. I'm always going to give you the best advice from a day trading technical analysis perspective. Have a great day, everybody. Bye now.